All right. You want to get out of here?
Uh, sure.
Giddy up.
Am I boring you? I'm totally boring. I'm just saying.
It's weird. You want to get out of here? Okay.
So, Molly, who's 6 at the time, can't find Mr. Bobo. We're looking all over, and it's in the kitchen. Mr. Bobo was in the kitchen the whole time.
Want to get out of here? Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Absolutely.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Skills at theskillsmethod.com, danceforseduction.com. Big shout out to all the hustlers, players, pimps, puas, natural, gigolos, mags, playboys, fuckboys. Fuck it. Everybody. The complete guide to sexual availability screening, also known as screening game. Alright, guys, so I was supposed to do videos on women that are not interested, neutral, women that are not, that are very interested, which it, it and a bunch of people in my last video in the private seduction underground forums got the panties in a bunch. Okay, so let me tell you. So what does that has to do with you, with me doing this video or a screening game? I will get to that, but I want to address the nonsense. Okay, guys, I don't care if you are Brad Pitt. I don't care if you are TV Star or TVA Oslo. I don't care if you are Mystery. I don't care if you are Pelusita. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are freaking Marlon Brandon in his prime. I don't care if you're James Dean. I don't care if you're the top, the Beatles at their prime. I don't care who you are. Fill in the blank, the hottest guy in the world. For that hottest guy in the world, assume there is a perfect guy. All women in the world got into a computer and created the perfect guy. Okay. That perfect guy becomes a top seducer and knows everything what to do, right? I don't care who you are. There are gonna be three types of women. That is a fact of life. Like water is wet, like the rock is solid, like the world is round. Those are facts of life. There are three types of women. If somebody wanna make a bet money, sign a contract that we can put in escrow, disagrees with me, I don't care who they are. It could be any top guy, anybody. There are three types of women. That's a fact. That is what we call a fact. Women that are interested or green. Women that are not interested, or we call them red. Women that are not sure. They could be interested or they could like you after they get to know you, or they cannot like you after they get to know you. Those are called yellow. That's a fucking fact of life. That's a fact of life. Whoever wants to argue with me in the underground seduction community, please, 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 let's put money on the line. Nobody can seduce all the women they want to seduce. Okay, nobody can do that. Nobody can. Okay, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. That's a fact. Okay, so guys, people, there is no traffic light system. They're calling the traffic light system to people that do direct sexual. Some guys that do direct sexual, which are like guys like back in the days, Mod One, Allen Roger Curry that just passed away, rest in peace. Stellar Mesu, which is a guy from the Sleazing Photo who was heavily influenced by Bad Boy and Mod One. Okay, That they go sexual direct. Okay, that's a form of screening. Okay, but it's sexual direct. Okay, and then the apocalypse open, which is hi, how is it going? Let's get out of here. Okay, um, I don't remember Stellar much, but he will just be very sexual direct. Okay, very sexual direct. That what Stellar used to do. He was from the Sleazy Four. Now, and I'll get to the point, guys. I'll get to the point. There was another. There are some guys that do what is called neo direct. Neo direct is guys that go to a woman, okay, and if she doesn't show interest, high interest from the opener, they're out, right? So they're very direct. I, for what I understand, I call that blow me in, blow me out. So it's guys that open the gate, and if the gate is not high compliant, high interest, they bail. And they're usually guys that go really direct, and they do some of them, not everybody, do have half fast, what I call a half fast approach, like low effort approaches. Okay, but that's not all of them. There are people that do high level approaches that do neo direct, right? Like Lothario and all those people. But as soon as the gear give you ejection or is not down or whatever, they are out. That's one form of screening, but that's no screening. It's everybody screens. Every style of game screens. So they confuse that. So because those guys do that, now they put everybody in into like a race, like okay, so all the screeners are like that. No, that's not how it is, guys. There is, and I'm gonna so that's why I'm doing this video, so to clarify, okay? Because James D did a post and I saw a lot of likes and I was like, bro, what is this guy talking about? So I'm gonna explain what screening for sexual availability is, okay, and what is not, okay. So a screening game, first of all, my opinion, okay, my opinion is not gonna work very well today. So I'm gonna give you the history. The history of screening of what I call a sexual availability, looking for sexual availability, was from Gen X. That was pre-Tinder. That was a pre-Tinder game. So you were using so you were doing a live, similar to a live Tinder, but it wasn't even like that. So what you're doing, you're looking for sexual availability, okay? So you're looking. So it's just a normal game. It's just a normal game. Like I do is like when I do a screening, I open situationally. I don't open direct. Um, but people think it's the other stuff. It's not like that. You even if the gear is not down, you're just gonna leave the interaction in a high note and get her contact information. It's no different from what guys are doing today, right? The only difference was that back in like you didn't want to waste a lot of time with a girl that wasn't really down for the night, right? You were screening for sexual availability, especially in the clubs, to sleep with a girl fast. Okay, so that's what we call that's what we call sexual. So it's more like a sexual availability screening. It's not blow me in, blow me out type of game. Okay, so people are confused on what screening is. Okay, so guys, so let me tell you how it works. And the reason we're having all this conversation is because uh, I saw a video of Lothario in some game channel. Accidentally, I saw a video in my feed and I look at the video. Dreamer sent me a video to watch Mystery, and a bunch of OGs, old school seducers, and I was so bored with that video. But then I got caught into the algorithm, and I saw UMP, a guy named UMP, that he's kind of popular in Australia, fighting a guy named Lothario, which does a screening, which is what we call new direct or blow me in, blow me out type of game, right? Well, that's not what everybody does. Okay, some guys do that. I mean, there are different guys, different schools of seduction, right? Uh, so this is how I do the screening, guys. The way I do the screening, first of all, you have to be very stylish for the demographic you're trying to do the seduction of. Okay, so you look good, right? The screener guys are are typically guys that are okay. So let me show you how screening looks like. Okay, so the presentation, right? So a typical screening is somebody that is in decent shape. Okay, a dress nice, above average for the demographic he's targeting of. So think of Spike. Spike dyes his hair, has a bunch of jewelry. And I'm gonna bring a Spike on because all of these fucking discussions we're having because of a Spike, right? Mainly because of Spike and KJ fighting with KJ, okay? Because of the Lothario video. So not 50% for because of Skype, 50% of me watching the Lothario video, okay? And I want to clarify for the new generation what screening is and what it was because they never lived the screening era. I lived the screening era. The screening era was in Gen X, and the main screeners guys were guys like me, good looking loser, Mark Manson, the Fairmont Kid, uh, Scotty from Good Looking Lucy. Scotty is doing game, and you can look YouTube Scotty infield, so you can see how screening looks like. I don't think it's doable at this in this Gen Z. I don't think it's that doable, but there are guys doing it. Look, Spike is doing it, and Tomino Clance is doing it. And he put a post of like a guy in a response to a guy like looking for down to fall, which is you know what I'm saying. So there are guys doing it, but back in the day it was me, Rob Mindless, Scotty, good looking loser, 60 years of challenge. Those guys were doing that game. Why? Because there was a lot of volume. There was a lot of volume. Like Scotty was in New York. It's a lot of volume. That game requires a lot of volume, okay? But not always. Like Spike is doing it, but it does require a lot of volume, in my opinion. Okay, I don't think you can do screening today the way it was back in the days. Okay, so again, I'm gonna show you how the screening game looks like. Presentation. So again, the typical screening is a dude that is in shape. There's somewhat cool for the demographic is targeting of. Like if you're targeting Gen Z girls, baggy style and shit like that, right? Okay. The mustache, the jewelry, rings, things like that, right? The tattoo, like the patchwork, you know. So you gotta look good and somewhat above average. Okay, you can do that. It's similar again. It's similar to online to Tinder game, right? It's similar to Tinder game, right? Like the guys that are looking for DTFs in Tinder, they will take pictures shirtless, right? Right? Things like that, right? Showing the six pack and shit like that. It's a niche game, right? Now, in the pre-approach, you're gonna hover. Hover is just letting the girl know that you're around, letting the girl see your presence somehow, right? Or you mingle, like go from group to group, right? Into talking to everybody to see what girl has high interest, or you do what is called an approach invite, right? Inducing AI approach invites, right? Eye contact, for example, a Scotty from Good Looking Loser is big on eye contact. I'm big on from an approach invitation, the Steve Java too. Okay, I do it dancing, right? Okay, but when I do an approach invitation, is I'm gonna move. I'm gonna make a move. I'm gonna force a move that will that will make a girl react to that move prior for from the prior from me opening. It doesn't always have to be a physical move like a dance. It could be a comment. It could be me singing. It could be me doing something crazy. It could be anything, right? It doesn't have to always be dance. Like I can make a comment to buy time and see her reaction, right? So what you're looking is to look for reactions before you open. That helps. That when you open, you're gonna be more confident and not because now you know how to open based on her reaction, right? For like not all the time you have to have an approach invite, right? And when I do an approach invite, what I'm looking for is an absence of a fuck off body language. Like it doesn't have to be even a positive reaction. I just don't want a fuck off reaction. Okay. So you do an approach invite, right? Or Gen Z, a lot of girls come up to you now. Like a lot of girls are, they come up to you, they compliment your style, they compliment you. Like the Gen Z girls, they're very friendly too. They're friendly or they're aggressive. They can come up to you, and it's not aggressive like back in the days that they gotta be fat wells. There are hot women, Gen Z, that approach you. Okay, now you open again. You open without approach invites, or you can open like you happen to be there, which is my style. Now after you open, okay, a lot of the openers are situational or even direct. Uh, and what you want to do after you open with the screening, a lot of the screeners are very physical. So you use the physicality, but it's not like people get confused. I made a post about physical game. Uh, well, physicality people think is like grabbing tits or ass or no. Physicality is more like showing intent, like men to women. Like she gotta feel like if you know what I'm saying, showing intent. But it's not also like like picture like if you and her are in an elevator, she knows she's gonna you two are gonna have sex, right? But it doesn't even have to be like that. It's just you're looking for a little bit of you. I call it. I'm looking for first. Well, like let me show you how I do. When I open a girl, first I want to subcommunicate. Everything screeners are big on subcommunications and natural game, right? So when I open a girl, the what I want her is to relax and to lower her guard. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm looking for. Once that happens, that's my main goal, right? That's how I do it, right? Then after that, I little by little, I'm looking for different things. One is a little bit tiny micro increases on physical escalation, compliance, and sexual arousal. Okay, and those things don't have to even be physical. It could be also verbal, right? But so because James D made a post like, oh, he made a post like saying all this, and that's what I do. He makes a post saying, "Oh, this traffic light system doesn't work because of this." When I do all those things he mentioned in the freaking post, okay. Um, so the goal the only difference is with screening is that you don't want to be stuck in interaction if the compliance, the micro escalation and arousal are not gradually increasing. Okay, if that's not gradually increasing in certain amount of time, right? You're gonna get her number and move on, or social media and move on. Okay, um, so so you want to display your attractive personality during the interaction, like you're gaming. You do have to game, right? Like most guys screen. Like most guys screen. Again, I think everybody's confusing screening with blow me out stuff, okay, or neo direct. Now, if the girl is not down to fuck, most girls nowadays are not gonna be down to fuck right away, or if they are, they're not gonna have sex with you right away in a lot of circumstances nowadays, right? So what you do is you get her number or her social media and continue the interactions some other time via text, Insta, whatever. Okay, or later the same night, or in the or you meet them after, right? But what the goal of the screening for sexual availability is like you don't wanna spend a lot of time if she's not down right then and there, right? You rather spend your time with other women that are more receptive. Okay, but that doesn't mean that the girls that were like not giving you too much is like, okay, that's it, I'm done, right? No, you get again, you're still gonna give those girls, but you're gonna focus more on looking for one that is more sexually available. Okay, and it doesn't happen like, okay, I just meet open, no, there I'm leaving. No, no, it's if for example, if with me it's 20 minutes, like usually around 20 minutes. If I'm with a girl, like I can tell right away, right? Like, okay, so who are you here with? I gotta wake up early tomorrow, and I'm driving my friends. I'm the designated driver. Blah 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 blah. If I even if she's down, if she loves me, she wants my dick. I know the sex is not gonna happen that day, right? So I'm gonna get her information and move to another girl that is more receptive. It's but I can still get that girl, right? I can still get that girl. When I text her, hey, so so Miss Uber, did you make it okay to your home when you drop off your friends? Blah blah blah. That's gonna be my next text, right? Follow up on what happened in the interaction, right? And then I'm gonna banter with her, get to know her via text, right? And then I'm gonna get her out, and I can bang the girl, right? I can bang the girl. So that's screening. This is screening is no different from any other type of game. I don't know what is the big thing about what's going on in the forum, man. It's like weird, bro. It's like weird. It's like guys. You know who introduced me to screeners, by the way? You know who introduced me to the screening people? It was TVA Oslo. TVA Oslo got coached by Aaron Sleazy, and he got coached by 60. So I don't understand why it's all this drama and all this bullshit. Where the dude TVA Oslo was the one that introduced me to all this shit. Now I was doing a screening myself, but he introduced me to the material, and then Rob Mindless introduced me to models, right? Rob Mindless also told me I was 62. Yeah, Rob Mindless told me I was 60, right? And then T-Vister told me I was sleazy, and Rob Mindless told me about models, right? So it's weird, man. It's just weird. I just wanted to make this post. A screening game will not work, in my opinion, guys. It will not work today. I mean, but that's what field testing is there for. Okay, you want a field test, you want to go out, the screening how it was meant to be, good looking loser, sleazy, me, 60 years of challenge. That type of game is Gen X. You cannot, I mean, you can do it today, but I don't think there is enough volume. You're gonna be, night game is not the same. Night game is not Tinder. Night game is more of a social circle like game. Okay? Because somebody's claiming that he's in Los Angeles and he's doing the screening and he's having success. Good for him. Show me his report. Show me proof. Okay? If somebody's in the middle of nowhere in the fucking college town doing it, good for them. I never said he couldn't do a screening. I'm saying that the likelihood of you getting laid consistently from a screening, like you used to be back in the days when Gen X, when there was no Tinder, when Tinder was screening, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I mean, it could happen in a night like Halloween. It could happen in a night like fucking good ratios at a club. You go to a club, there are good ratios, maybe, because it requires a lot of numbers game. It requires going to it requires going from girl to girl to see which one is sexually available. Okay, I mean it can be done, but you don't have nowadays. You don't have that much volume to do the screening game. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's my opinion. Hey guys, that's all I got, guys. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, get the book. If you don't like it, if you don't agree with me, it's okay. Go out on the field test what I'm saying. I'm gonna put articles. I'm gonna put links. Okay, I got you guys. You know what I'm gonna say, guys. I'm not for everybody. If you don't like it, you disagree with me. You think I'm full of shit. You think you're the man. Do your own video. Do your own articles. But most important, guys, well, that's what field testing it is. If you're confused, field test what somebody else says. Field test what I said. See for yourself. Go out there, man. Go out. I game Gen X. I game millennials. And game Gen Z. Okay? But you guys, that's what the field is for. Okay? You guys can go out there. You can see for yourself. Okay? That's what field testing it is. If you guys want to, if you guys are advanced, maybe you think I can help you. Or if you guys are a beginner, you like my style, you like my vibe, you like what I have to say, you like my articles, and you want to you know what I'm saying? You want coaching? Hit me up. I'm not saying I'm gonna help you. I'm not promising you anything. We gotta talk. See if I can help you. Okay? If I can help you, I will. If I can help you and I think that's it, I call the coaching right away. I don't have to have you forever. Okay? All right, guys. If you don't like it, suck on my left note because the right one is the reproductor. Get the fuck out.